It is Monday, March 18th, 12:45 p.m. It's kind of cool outside, it's still jacket weather, but it was sunny, so it's not bad. Today was the first day of something with Windows Server. New teacher, Jason. Oh my god, dude. I'm in love. Finally, I'm so happy with him. Like, just this first class alone, I know that it's going to be a much better class than Tayo ever could have done. Like, there's so many things he does well. For example, he doesn't just read the book. In fact, he didn't even open the book once. He didn't talk to any specific... Like, he talked about chapters 1 and 2, but he didn't read anything. He just showed us. Like, he talked about the history of stuff. He showed us why things work the way they work. And he did a lot of discussions and wrote stuff on the board. Like, he explained it to us. And it was amazing having that. Not just having someone read it. Like, being able to listen and be like, okay, I read the book. Now I want you to tell me summarize this for me in your words. And he did that. And you can tell he's a teacher. Like, you can tell that he has taught before. He knows what he's doing. And you can tell that he's planned ahead. Unlike Tayo, who would come into class and you know that he did not read the chapter in advance, so he had no idea what was about to happen. Maybe he read the title and that's it. Like, he knew the title of what was going on, but he had no idea what the actual content was. He could guess based on the title, but had no idea what the actual content was. Whereas Jason, like, he knew what the content was, and he had planned accordingly. So he knew he knew what we were gonna do. So we had to install some stuff. We had to re-image our drive, and he actually mentioned something else later. He was like, oh yeah, so basically there's 3 months we have together, 4 weeks for 740, 4 weeks for 741, 4 weeks for 742. And he's like, yeah, so I think he was saying in the last module, the 742, he was saying that there's something that we're going to do. He has a lab set up for us, but it's different from the one in the book because the one in the book is wrong. Meaning he's read 3 months out, or 2 months out, I guess I could say. He's read, or he knows what's happening 2 months out. He's already planned for that. He already has everything set up, and he knows what he's going to do 2 months out. It means he's read it. He knows what he's doing. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you. Thank you for actually knowing what needs to be taught and when. And he doesn't waste time either. It's so good. Like, for example, he said... it was like 10:40. He's like, all right, be back 5 after 11. We're going to continue this class. 11:05 came. Guess what we did? Continued the class. Oh my god, what a fantastic idea. Not saying, okay, go for break, and then continuing 45 minutes later. Oh, so annoying. What else did he do? Another thing that he did was, like, we were copying a Windows Server thing from the server. But everyone's copying it, so it takes a little bit of time. But while that's happening, Tayo would have just sat there like, oh, yeah, go for break. Even if we had a break 10 minutes ago, yeah, go for break. Or he sort of sat there waiting for it to continue the next part of the lesson. Whereas Jason, he was like, all right, while this happens, I'm going to explain something else to you. I'm going to explain the next part. I'm going to explain something else to you in general. And it was just so nice. There was no waste of time. Everything that happened was perfect. And 4 hours, a little bit slow today, but it went by. And I don't know why, obviously, but I can already tell that it's gonna, most days I'm gonna get out at around 12, so I'm not gonna get home early like I did, which is fine as long as the classes are like this. Oh my god, I'm so pleased that I have a teacher that knows what he's doing. So that was nice. And he was talking about certifications. Like, he started the class off kind of going over what we're gonna be doing, talking about certifications and how this class actually will help if you're going for other certifications like MCSA and Network Plus. Like, the next module will actually help with Networking Plus because it gives you like actual practice with some of the concepts. And that's another thing, actually, is this class doesn't have an exam. It only has like a quiz every Monday like the other ones, but it also has just like practical assignments, I guess, you have to hand in at the end of the thing. And I was like, good. He's like, by the time we get to these, you'll have done this so many times, like, you're just perfecting it at this point. I was like, good, thank God, because like I want to know how to do this. I don't want to memorize, acronyms and stuff like that. I want to know what I'm doing. So, excuse me, I just ate. But it was just so good. So that was nice. Or something else I was going to say. So we did the projects. Yeah, I don't know. There was something somewhere I was going with that, but yeah. So, at this point, I think hopefully he's my teacher for all my 8 a.m. classes, which will take me up to A+. Which if Tayo's teaching at A+ when I go in there, that's fine, because A+ is just a lot of memorization. So I don't need to listen to what he has to say because I don't think there's a lot of anecdotes he can really provide anyway. So that's fine. Oh, the other thing I was going to talk about, right, is certifications. He was talking about certifications. He was talking about how, like, some of this class might help you with studying for other ones. But he mentioned Networking Plus, and he said Networking Plus is one of, if not the best IT certification you can get and put on your resume, which contradicts what I heard before, which is that Networking Plus is either okay to Networking Plus is absolutely useless, and CCNA is what you want to get. Ideally, I'll have both, which will be fine. But I thought networking, like I heard from enough people that I thought Networking Plus was actually useless, and I guess I still have heard from more people than not that Network Plus is useless. But it's nice to know that he doesn't think that. Like, I've heard someone else now say, like, someone who I think knows a lot about IT, has worked at IT, those a lot of certifications, say, yeah, this is actually a really good certification to have. So that's really encouraging. Yeah. And he was talking about MCSA, which is another thing. Tayo had no idea MCSA was not existent until I told him, or was going away until I told him, which is, I'm not really a knock on him. I don't expect him to know that, but it's surprising, and it's nice to have a teacher that he actually knew MCSA wasn't a thing anymore. And he was saying how it's now called MDAA, I believe. I emailed it to myself so I can double check, but it's like Microsoft Desktop Associate something. Yeah, and he was saying how the books or the tests, I forget which one, should be out by the summer. But he was saying how the questions for the test are currently in beta, and he's already done them. But he wants to do them again when they come out so he can see what's different with the questions in beta and ones in live. And I'm like, wow, like, you actually care about this stuff. So, and you can tell he actually cares about IT in general. So, yeah, really looking forward to having an enthusiastic teacher who knows how to teach. And, yeah, finally. Jesus, finally. So, that's cool. What's the other thing I was going to talk about? Two things. The history of Dungeon and Raid difficulties video is pretty much almost done. I just need... There was a guy that I had to message on Twitter asking if I could use some of his footage from MOP challenge modes, because I obviously don't have any footage, and I didn't want to just put in pictures, so I looked at some stuff, and I found a guy who had some pretty good videos, and I messaged him on Twitter, like, yo, can I use this and credit you? He said yes, so that's cool, and then, so I'm going to do that later today, probably, and then the other thing I need is footage from Legion Mythic Plus, which I thought I had, but I don't. So, wait, no, it was WAD that I thought I had. I don't remember. Yes, Legion Mythic Plus's footage, which there's a lot more of than challenge modes. And what I want to do, I want to see if I can ask Swifty to use his videos, because he has quite a few Mythic Plus videos from Legion. So next time he's streaming, usually the chat isn't that busy, so what I want to do, and he has responded to some of my stuff in stream before, so what I want to do is I want to go into a stream and be like, yo, do you mind if I use this and credit you? I think it'll be cool, but yeah, it'd be nice, because then I don't have to message someone else, and it's just, he has good footage, good quality, so yeah. So once I get that, once I get the Legion Mythic Plus footage done, I'm pretty much done. I have like maybe another few seconds of, I think it'd be like a establishing shot for a Legion raid, and then I'm good. I think, no, or BFA raid, I don't remember, and I'm good. So finally, that's getting done. Was working for that for a while. And the other thing I want to talk about is I knew this day would come. So basically, when Carla and I broke up, I was like, okay, I'm at the time when I was like, okay, I'm happy that I'm single again. I have more time on my hands. I don't have to text someone every single day. And I was enjoying it. I was like, all right, Mike, enjoy this, because there is going to be a time. It's going to come where you're going to miss having a girlfriend. You're going to miss that compassion, that, having someone to cuddle with, having someone to share a connection with and build memories with and build a relationship with. You're going to miss that eventually. Lo and behold, we're here. I'm at that point where I'm like, man, I kind of want a girlfriend. But I don't know why I think that. It's like I'm lonely, not like I'm depressed lonely. I'm just lonely that, like, it'd be nice to have someone. But it's like, I don't want a girlfriend. Like, first of all, I don't have time for a girlfriend, because I have all this time I need all this time to study and stuff. And I don't want to, go out and do all this stuff with someone every single day, every weekend and whatnot, and not study. Even if I'm not studying on the weekends, like, I want to have my own time. Like, I study all week, and then I want to take that time and do what I want to do on the weekend. I don't want to hang out with someone. I want to play video games and watch stuff and catch up on podcasts and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of miss that. So I knew this day would come. I just find it funny that it's here, because I knew it. I knew it was going to come. So yeah, I'm at that point now. I don't think I'm going to go looking for a girlfriend. I tried Tinder not a few months after Carla and I broke up, but it was just, I didn't really have the energy to go through that. It was just really boring. which is nice because before I met Carla, it was like a gambling addiction. I needed to keep going through it, so deleted it off my phone. And I just don't want to. Like, I don't know. Part of me, there's that part of me that's like, I'm lonely, and I want someone to cuddle and have